We move on to the final match that we had on this day. What was it? July 6th, the year 2024. The last bonus game. We played a few games after our round robin ended. This match, John with the serve, me, Brian Ridge with the return, Jeremy with the pretty crappy lob, Jeremy with another much better lob, and my partner Rashid there. As I remember this game, it started with Rashid playing like, and I apologize to my younger viewers out there, playing like an asshat. He looks back at the camera there and asked me to delete that first shot. That's a ridiculous miss. I should rewind it and play it 22 times, but I will not. We end up, I think, winning the game and playing pretty well at the end. We restarted that for reasons I'll never know. The mystery will remain, but for some reason we started. Maybe Rashid wasn't quite ready. That ball bounced twice, a little lucky there, so Rashid caught the net, and Jeremy was not able to get it. We have one unforced error. That was the first shot that Rashid hit wide. I will keep track of unforced errors as I watch this match with you today. Folks, let's pull up a little comfy chair, watch a little pickleball, talk about it as we go, see if we learn something through the experience. Pretty good little shots, a little pop-up, but John's ready for it and eats it up. Last game we played, John was totally clean without an unforced error. Can he do it 2 games in a row? Hard to say. Good drive there. It's an asshat. So far, he's only hit 1 ball wrong. Speaking of asshats, that's what I just did. I hit the ball. I think I'm trying to go over John's left side, and he's able to just kind of lean over a little bit and hit it with his forehand. My lob, I should favor that type of lob more only when it's right on the sideline. If I hit it from there, right, now I'm going across to the sideline. 2 things. 1, John's more likely to be able to hit it with his forehand, and 2, I'm now hitting it, trying to measure exactly how far right to left to hit it, and if I mismeasure, it's going to go out wide. If I'm going down the line, all I have to do is kind of hit it down the line, and it's not a matter of, getting the angle right. I don't know if that was an unforced error. Let's checky. Let's checky. Little dinks. Shot in the net. My buddy Rashid gets his second unforced error. I should have checked it, to the great detriment. Last video we mentioned we've got 2 cats in my house today for the first time in a long time. So far they're getting along okay. Unforced error number 3 by Rashid. Black cat is now outside my office, and the near cat is very intently watching that cat. You might hear some howling, some hissing, some fur flying as this video goes on. Jeremy fakes, or at least comes around like he wants to do a Ernie. Mr. Rashid Mr. Rashid doesn't do it the first time. The second time he tries to hit Jeremy. It's aggressive. He would win the point if he hits Jeremy. He missed, so he gets an unforced error. So far we've got 4 unforced errors. They're all by good old Rashid. Don't worry, he'll do far better in the second half of the game. Let's give him number 5. Dominating the dojo. If unforced errors was $1 million, he's got $5 million. All the rest of us 3 are absolutely broke. Good drop by Jeremy. That is oh, nope. Maybe it was in. I think one of those just got in. I almost had an unforced error as I hit it deep. Let's be nice to John. Not give an unforced error just because I hit it so deep on the line. You know what? Let's give John one of those. He's not had enough. And the way I've been speaking, obviously, I didn't hit a winner there. I didn't hit a shot that should have beleaguered him and challenged him. He should have got it back. Now, the next shot by Rashid hitting that, obviously it wasn't an unforced error. Ball's a little high. I let the forehand take it, which is good. I let the forehand take it, which is good. John drives it at the line. I don't know if we're going to see that. Let's back it up. In live, I thought the ball was in. We're not going to see it on film. Super close. My interpretation of watching the film right here is that it's super close, and Rashid mostly blocks the view. So I don't know. It's their call. They called it out. My guess was it was in. Rashid thought it was in, but it's not our call. And it's our fault for hitting the ball that close to the line. It was a tough shot. I'm not going to give Rashid a unforced error. It was they made their call. Probably was out. Rashid hits the ball, gets right up to the net. I like all of that. Lob, forehand, lob, winner. Rashid, got to give him credit for that. That ball, no human on the planet's going to return that ball. He hit it hard and sideways and against a house. Maybe somebody living a couple doors down might have had a chance to get that ball, but no one local could get it. Hit a deep shot. Jeremy hits what turns out to be an effective high shot. I hit a couple drives. Let's hit 3 drives. Rashid says, let's stop the drives. Let me hit a dink. He comes across and hits a dink. All good. All good. I like what... Rashid misses, maybe trying to hit Jeremy there. Too high, and obviously missed. So, unforced error number 7. He is dominating. He's so rich with unforced errors. That's why he gets all the ladies. Really good third shot drop. Maybe that was more than 3. All right, I like my lob there. John returns the favor. Rashid's going to hit a couple overheads. I like that. Just goes middle, not too much. That's a good reset by them. No, I remember that shot. Right when I saw it being hit, I'm going to give myself an unforced error. Overhand shot. I'm not trying to do too much. I just didn't time it right or something, and I hit it down in the net. I just need to hit that anywhere on the other side of the court. Certainly favoring deep, not favoring the net. That is the worst possible outcome. Mentioned earlier the crab, or some people call it the scorpion. Rashid earlier there. You can see him duck down and hit the ball. Kind of gives him a better view of it. Easier to execute that shot. Rashid's right arm is going to be sore. I'm not going to talk about his lack of dating life. I'm talking about the fact that they're making a hit it 900 times. I don't know whether to call that unforced error or not. Let's look at it. Boop, boop, boop. That's a tough shot, right? Driving middle, Jeremy coming across. He's got no unforced errors. Let's give him 1 there. I think he should return that ball. Probably being mean, but I'm going to give him an unforced error. John with a nice little cut serve. Jeremy hits the net. That one I can't get an argument against, for sure, an unforced error. My turn to serve. And I'm a moron. Hit the ball out. All I have to do is hit it in the box. Just get it in the box. What's in the box? How about the ball in the box? How about the ball over the net, Rashid? He's got his 8th unforced error. Now, I do think we win the game. So the second half of this game, when we get on the other side, I think we just take care of business. I think it looks good. But we've made too many unforced errors. When I say we, it's a little bit more the royal we, as in Rashid, the royalty, doing that. Decent put away there for the win. I really need to watch my play a little bit more. That's the reason I'm doing this, is try to get better. I think I played okay today. I know during a game with John, I just kind of had a lax period. I wasn't quite as concentrated. I was being a little casual. I think most of the time I'm ready. I'm in pretty good position there. I like my paddle to be up a little higher. I'm expecting a lob, so I'm not really too worried. I like that shot to John's backhand. That's just nothing but luck. Jeremy decides to do the worm dance, but a shot that Rashid hits well, and sometimes it just happens. The ball trickles over the net. And I'm a moron. Second service I missed. I should miss 3 in a round robin. Certainly well less than 1 a game. I've missed 2, and this game is, I don't think, even half over. Rashid rights the ship and gets his serve in. John reciprocates to my error and hits the return out for his 2nd unforced error. Rashid. Oh, we switched balls accidentally there. John, a perfectionist, who is very demanding in his balls, manscapes most hourly, just very, very consumed with his balls, makes us get another Franklin. And we go. I like how I'm ready there. See, my paddle's up. Let's leave it a looky-loo. Oh. He's stretching for a ball. My lob is decent. He's got to jump. It looks like he jumps backwards. That's a tough shot to pull off. Certainly not an unforced error. Maybe he gets that in on occasion, but it's certainly not a expected winning shot. John has a nice windshield wiper going there. I somehow defended against it. We get a little bit of a dinking battle. Let's see what happens here. Oh, Rashid owns it. You give Rashid all the credit, right? I get the overhand win, but Rashid moved John 30 feet to his left. John's hitting it deep on his left side. I get the pop up with lots of space between, so I get the glory. He did all the work. Decent drive there. Rashid with really nice recovery shots. Looks like I had a pretty good reset. Rashid has a pretty good reset. I have a pretty good little backhand punch. We're pumped. We're excited. We've won ourselves a point in pickleball. Jeremy takes it out on the camera. What'd that Panasonic KM750 4K camera ever do to you? I guess it captured your shitty play. Rashid with a good serve. I said earlier that I thought that Rashid started this game like an asshat. He has righted the ship. He raced himself to 8 unforced errors. He has settled that down most nicely. This time he gives a little memory in the form of a welt to... Oh! We do it back to back. We are not good. We are not going to heaven. When I go to the pearly gates, St. Patrick, is it St. Patrick? I think it's somebody else. Some other saint. St. Paul, I think, is the guy, is going to look at this film and say, yeah, the keys, you're going to find they're not going to open this ship up. You're gonna head south. It's going to be a little warm where you're headed. Yes, so Rashid hit Jeremy, and the very next point, I hit John. And I hit him pretty high. And not good. Not what you're supposed to do. Rashid hits a little dribbler over the net that Jeremy's not able to get to. The one thing is there are winners. If you are not hitting your opponent ever, then you probably need to add that to your game. If someone pops up a little bit at the net, one of the best shots you have is to aim for their midsection and hit it firm. They can't get out of the way, and if they can, get a shot that's coming from 4 or 5 feet hard at them back, they're pretty good. Give them credit where credit's due, and it's more than likely not going to be a great shot coming back, so maybe you'll keep the advantage. A couple nice little shots from the transition zone by us to earn our way to the net. I hit I consider a mediocre lob, but you could see again that John had to go back a little bit and hit high, so anytime you make them back up, it's not a tragedy. John was unable to keep it over the net. Oh. I remember that play, so my issue here is not so much in the play as I come across. It's that if I do that, I have to hit a winner. I just leave the court totally open and available. So if you're going to poach, yay, good for you poaching, but realize as you do, you're vacating half the court. And if you just hit a mediocre or medium shot, all your opponent has to do is hit it where you came from, and you'll have to go pick up the ball because you ain't going to get to it. So poach was a decent idea. I just needed to put it away. Let's give Rashid his 9th unforced error. He had been clean for a long time. I do think the winning team here is going to have the more unforced errors, and that's because we took care of business after we got over there, and Rashid cleaned his game up. And I didn't have a particularly clean game, but speaking of a very clean game, let's give me an unforced error. I'm trying to just dribble it over the net. Probably Jeremy gets it, but he's rushing so hard. It's going to be hard for him not to hit the net, not to run in the net. If you hit the ball and then hit the net with any part of your body, your paddle or anything, anytime you hit the net, not regardless of whether it was before or after, it is loss of point. I think that's a good little shot on my part. I don't know. Maybe it would have been wide, but it looked like it would have been pretty close. I'm hitting that down and hard, unexpected, down the baseline. So John made a good, valiant attempt, but unable to return a decent shot on my part. Rashid with a shot right down the middle, nothing wrong with that. Backhand right down the middle, nothing wrong with that. Backhand right down the middle, nothing wrong with that. I hit a pretty deep, mediocre overhand, nothing wrong with that. Good shot by John. I'm able to live through it. Good play all around, right? They fought. They hit a lot of good shots. They made us hit shots. You saw Rashid consistently hit the ball in the middle. I defended a good drive. They earned their way to the net, but by that time, we were able to get a little bit of advantage and win a firefight. Was that unforced error? Bleep, bleep, blop, bloop. Bleep, blop. Rashid back into that. That, my friend, is an unforced error. We're up to 10. I'm serving. Not sure what the score is. Should be winding down, I think, game-wise. I get a serve in. A little short. Allows Jeremy to get up pretty easily. And we get the point. One thing I did really well today is return the ball with my foot, kicking it. You know, you just that extra effort that you have to do by bend over and get that ball. If you avoid that with your superior soccer skills, I mean, that's really going to add up over a day, over a year, over 173 years, right? That might be bending over, you know, maybe 600, 700 times less. Your opponent's, oh, what a shot. Thought that was Rashid's shot that was so good. Somehow it was me hitting that shot. So a redirect down the line. I really don't do that much, but I got it handled there. Looks like I've gone back to the my red paddle. So I switched paddles twice. I think that's the ruby in my hand. I'm not sure that's the case. Was that an unforced error? Sorry, guys. We're going back to see what happened. No, let's be generous. He's already got 10. Why not go crazy? Shot kind of around his feet. He's in the transition zone. Brilliant unforced error, but I didn't count it. Very generous. I don't like that spanking form there. I need to look at that. So that's at my backhand. I mean, I need to square up to the ball and drive through. I mean, the paddle direction I don't like. I need to think like you're calling someone safe, not this weird flailing shot. Oh, I thought for sure that ball was out, and it turned out to be in. Rashid made such a good shot there. So it's a lob. It's out. Don't worry about it. I'm in his way. I'm literally trying to block my own player from being able to make a shot. He hits that shot. He hits another shot. I had a pretty good little drop, and then John hits it wide. The good news is John stays out of the kitchen pointlessly. But that wide shot, simply a miss by John. Overall, pretty clean. Just his third unforced error. This is only 2 unforced errors I have by Jeremy. That's a clean game. Jeremy serve. Nothing special. My return. Especially long. Unforced error number 5. Can't do that. Gotta practice getting that shot. I need that in 99% of the time. Nice little touch there. I like my form. I like the way I'm looking. I like little smooth strokes under control. I like that. I like that taking the air. Maybe a little lucky with the net court. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I like going across there. Sometimes if it's really hard across, it's actually easier to hit it to the closer part of the net. John misses. We're going to give an unforced error there. So dinking battle happened, and Rashid and Brian were able to get the winner on that one. Good deep shot. Decent drive on my part, followed by a decent drive. One thing I probably want to get out of the habit of doing is drive. Once I hit one good drive, I think, oh, I get another. Oh, I'll never miss. And probably after a while, I just need to reset it. Those guys are just going to keep blocking it. I'm not going to get up much closer to the net. Anyway, that's the end of the game. Rashid and Brian are victorious, even though we had by far the most unforced errors at 15. He had 2/3 of those. John had 4. Jeremy had 2. So they had a clean game, but the pure athleticism and good looks of Brian and Rashid brought home the victory on this day. Thanks for watching.